5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Mauve, and I'm here to present you with some greatness. Okay, so hi, new video. Let's do some new stuff. If you guys remember, like the first year that I did YouTube, I did a video of full face like drugstore makeup, and it's been a hot minute since I've done that video, since I've seen anyone really do that video. So why not? Let's bring it back to what, 2017, 18? Let's bring it back. Let's bring it all the way back. Let's do one of those videos again. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of new drugstore makeup. I'm sorry. God damn it. Okay. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of drugstore makeup. And it's like fairly new. It's been out for at least the last 3 to 6 months. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? Before this video begins, hi, Mauve. Hello, welcome to my space. This is my feng shui. This is my area of domain. If you like it, put a ring on it. And then subscribe while you're at it. And hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. And you know, at any point, give it a thumbs up too. Support black content creators. We want to see things happen here. Hey, let's make it happen. So subscribe while you're here. Hit the thumbs up while you're here as well. And without further ado, we're going to get right into this full face of new drugstore makeup. So that's it.
It's one of them nights. It's one of them nights, I feel it. It's one of them nights, no inhibitions.
Alright, so like I said, a bag full of drugstore makeup. And we're gonna just like make a full face because quiet as is kept, drugstore makeup has gotten so like high end now that it competes with high end makeup. It's starting to get priced like high end makeup. But the quality is like 10 times better than like when I first did this video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? Before I actually jump into like the actual look, my lips are a little crunchy. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna prime my lips. This is actually the brand new Opalescent Beauty Lucid Dreams Lip Serum. Shout out to Opalescent Beauty. I've said before, I'm really excited about like what indie brands are doing. I just wanted to give a new indie brand a cute little shout out in this video because I love their products in general. So we are going to start and just do our face like we regularly do. So first I'm going to prime. I'm going to be using the new CoverGirl True Blend base. CoverGirl has come out with, I believe, 7 new primers. They have a mattifying, pore blurring, or pore minimizing, blurring, hydrating, illuminating, redness control, and color correcting. So 7. Yeah. I'm going to be using the pore blurring one, pore minimizing one. So yeah, it doesn't have that like gritty texture that a lot of like pore blurring or pore minimizing primers have. This also smells like a lotion that my mom uses, so there's that. I don't see too much of a difference, I guess. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I take it back. My pores do look slightly adjusted. So, you know, we'll put that in the maybe. Maybe it'll do something, maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and set my face as usual. Don't have anything new for that, so I'm just going to powder my face and go about my business. Mine and mine, you mind yours. All right, let's get into the foundation. Today I'm going to be using, for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. It's the foundation I like talked a lot of shit about when it first came out because like that shade range is absolutely trash. This one is supposed to be a more hydrating formula. It's made with hyaluronic acid and collagen. So yeah, very that. I don't have any issues with the foundation, just the shade range, and it's frustrating because Maybelline did a really good job. Everyone knows Maybelline was one of the first brands to like actually have a fully inclusive line when it comes to foundations with their Fit Me foundation. Their Super Stay foundation was also a really good line of foundations, and then for them to go and release this just really bothered me because that shade range was absolutely trash. And I remember, I'm just gonna call people out. I remember on the internet, everyone was mad at me, was like,
oh, well, you know, Maybelline, maybe they have more shades than in the store.
I work in the drugstore, so I know how many shades there are because I actually research products when they come out because this is my job. There are no more shades than, like, the shades that you see in the drugstore are the shades that you see online. Maybe there's like 2 more shades of this foundation online, but the range is absolute trash. Like, I'm the next to last shade in this foundation. And I don't know if I've talked about this, but when I first started out, a lot of foundation ranges were out and I was always the next to last shade, and I was like, what? So it's frustrating because for Maybelline to be a brand that made so many strides when it came to this and then go and recite back to this mentality of like, oh, we only need to release 5-10 shades and the range itself is not going to be equally distributed. Like, ugh. I want Usher to be the next video vanguard for MTV VMAs. So can we get that going? MTV, can we make Usher the next video vanguard? Like, let's give it to a deserving black male here. Just saying. Yeah, I don't have a problem with this foundation. It feels lovely. It sits on the face pretty well. I feel like my skin is not sucked dry. It's very supple, and it has a nice finish to it. I just hate that shade range. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. e.l.f. has been the talk of the town when it comes to concealers. If you guys remember, e.l.f. has released their Camo matte concealers earlier last year, and then either the tail end of last year or the beginning of this year, they released their hydrating version of the Camo concealers. So these are e.l.f.'s Camo concealers in the hydrating formula. Pretty same, explanatory. The shade range itself is pretty much the same. The shades are the same. It's just a hydrating formula. I have been using this concealer and I love it. Like, easily my favorite concealer of the year. Quite possibly one of my new favorite concealers in general. Like, the wand itself is that huge doe foot that a lot of brands are using, and it gives me, it's full coverage, and it gives me the vibes of like full wear from L'Oreal, but a bit more hydrating. So like, I love it. This is a really good concealer. I know a lot of people didn't like how matte the first one was, so if you're someone who had problems with the texture of the original concealer, then you'll like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and set my under eyes because my under eyes tend to crease really fast. Eye Revolution came out with these baking setting powders. I have the banana and the chocolate banana. Obviously this came out last year, but I think they're new to Ulta now. So I've had to change because I'm on Revolution's PR. But I love these powders. They're, yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. Let me set it first. There's a face powder. The only thing I will say about this powder is that it is intended for baking. And like, it doesn't do the best when pressed into the skin. I noticed that it looked like it might have cleaned in like one spot. And this foundation I've never had any, this concealer I haven't had any problems with in terms of like clinging. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so I went in contoured off camera because the drugstore doesn't believe in contours for deep complexion, so we're gonna move into bronzing. Surprisingly, the drugstore does believe in that, kind of, maybe, not really. Actually got suggested to me by Andre Renee and Too Much Mouth. So if this doesn't work, coming after y'all too. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Palette, and I was like, ooh, drugstore bronzer, but this doesn't look that bad. Now, obviously, I can only use 2, maybe 1 of the shades in here, but we're going to see if I can use it. We're going to see. So I'm going to attempt to bronze with this. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this what? Wait, is this working? Now, it is a very red bronzer. Typically, I don't like my bronzers to be very red. I like them to be more neutral if possible. But the fact that this actually shows up, not bad. Of course, like, hey, there's more people that are darker than me, but to see that a drugstore product is actually, a brand is releasing a contour that I could use, I'm high-key shook. High-key. Is this the best bronzer I've ever tried? Now, is it the best drugstore bronzer I've ever tried? Now, that still goes to black ratings. However, I do think that this is very impressive in terms of what we've been getting from the drugstore, and I don't think Essence is definitely not a black friendly brand. But I think it's very impressive to see something of this nature from a drugstore brand. So kudos to y'all for that. And plus, like I said, this is the first product I've ever used from Essence. I don't even know what the brand's aesthetic is. I just saw this palette and I was like, okay, let's see what she can give. Not mad. Not mad at all, actually. Essence, if you're watching this, hi, hello, how are you? I think you guys have something great on your hands. Let's work on the extension. Speaking of extensions, the girls believe that for some reason retailers don't want to create expanded collections of complexion products, which is asinine in my opinion. If you retailers, hey, Sephora, Ulta, any other retailer, Sunday Riley, whatever else, you guys are stupid. If that is an actual belief, you guys are stupid. And if it's not an actual belief, then prove us wrong and release extended products, because there's plenty of data that shows that minorities, especially black people, will buy makeup. So, okay, so the face is mostly, yeah, pretty much done for now. I'm going to zoom in and we're going to do brows. Ooh, brows. Let's move into brows. I actually have some nice little brow products I'm excited about trying. So I have these brow ultra slim pencils from Maybelline. These came out last year. I'm not quite sure if these are like extensions or reformulations, because Maybelline has always had slim brow pencils, but these are fairly new. I've actually used these, really pigmented, love that. L'Oreal has also released a micro ink pen, which I'm excited about, because this is supposedly, well, actually not supposedly, I'm really excited. It's like, I don't know if you can see it, let me see if it'll adjust. So it has an interesting tip. It like has jagged teeth, so like when you go straight, it's straight, but you can make hair straight. Let me show that. So I'm gonna start with the micro ink pen from L'Oreal. And so you can, that's a lot of pigment. This has a lot of pigment to it. It's also very wet, so it's just making me nervous. I want to see how these hair strokes look. Okay. Okay, I don't hate this. And I feel like it would be better for someone who has more sparse brows, but I don't hate it. Okay, this is fine. I don't have a big issue with it. Maybe because I have fuller brows, this doesn't do but so much for me. But it's cute. I feel like if you have very sparse brows, little to no brows, what have you, you'll like that more. Me, it's fine. I don't know if I'll pick it up much, but I like it. It's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline pencils. I like these. I know I like these because I've used them. Okay, the brows are pretty much done. The L'Oreal pencil I don't hate. I like the Maybelline pencils more. But I feel like the L'Oreal pencil would be really good for someone who has sparser brows, especially to make those hair strokes, so I don't hate it. All right, let's move on into the eyes. e.l.f. Hi, a lot of new eye products from e.l.f. I'm first going to prime my eyes with their eye primer. This is the Putty eye primer. Judging by the appearance, it is very much along the same lines of like matte paint pot. So yeah, we're gonna use that. It is a very thick consistency. These come in like 5 shades. Yeah, 5 shades from what I saw. It's like a white, a light, medium, dark, and a black. And I'm using the darkest one before black. e.l.f. has released some new bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. These are 4-pan eyeshadow palettes, and the girls have been like thrilled over it. They're like very distinct color stories. I have here the pumpkin spice or pumpkin pie palette, which is more like a bronzy gold. We have Acai U, which is more of a blue and lavender. Hot Jalapeno, which is a green and gold. And then we have Berry Bad, which is a pinky mauve. I want to dip into Hot Jalapeno and pumpkin pie. What look am I doing? Don't know, couldn't tell you. I'm going to start with the pumpkin pie palette. I'm going to use this shade here. It's like a warm light brown. There's a bit of kickback, don't care as long as it's pigmented. She looks to be pigmented. Yeah. Very pigmented. And when I swatch, these are very creamy in texture. These palettes are cute, and these palettes have a nice performance. Like, e.l.f.'s eyeshadow palettes lately have been really good. And the quality of these little bite-sized palettes is so good for a drugstore. So good in general, and the price is $3. Like, 3 whole doll hairs. Plus, stores have sales. Like, Walgreens right now has a buy 2 get 3 free in cosmetics sale. So like, scoop these up if you can. There's like a bunch of these. I think it's either 9 or 10 different palettes. So like, if you can find these, get them, grab them. They're $3. Like, you get 4 shades for $3. That's less than $1 a shade. And you can build up bomb palettes that a lot of places don't have. Like that Acai U palette is cute. Haven't seen a color story like that, so why not? Hashtag not sponsored. I'm gonna go and take this darker cool tone shade and use that in the outer corner and build up into my crease. Oh, these are good shadows. Like, they blend out. They're really creamy, really soft. And like, I feel like no one's talked about these because they're like, it's e.l.f. and it's like, but quality. Come on. I'm gonna use this like softer, like bronzy color on the lid. You girls don't have to spend $40, $50 on an eyeshadow palette anymore. e.l.f. said, here you go. Come on, quality. I'm shook. Come on, e.l.f. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom lash line. I'm gonna be using the Hot Jalapeno palette. So I'm going to apply this like green foil here. I'm gonna use that on the bottom lash line. All right, I'm gonna go in and use this darker green now to like buff it out, or like to like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm gonna use this dark green to like darken it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna probably smoke it out with this lighter green. So, mini eyeshadow, bite-sized palettes, bops, absolutely. Buy as many as you can, because those are good palettes. We're gonna go in and line the eyes. I'm gonna start with the bottom waterline. I'm using the new CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-hour kohl liner. I swatched this the other night. This does not budge. Like, if you're wearing this, make sure you're wearing this all day, just to let you know. So I'm gonna do a liquid liner as well. This is the new Maybelline Hyper Ease brush pencil. I really like the packaging of this. It feels sleek. This is a brush tip, not a felt tip. So keep that in mind. It gives me the same vibes as like NYX Epic Liner does. And I stand that liner, so we're gonna see if it lives up to that height. That took a lot of work, not because the pen itself is like bad. It's very thin, like very precise. So because it's so precise, I feel like maybe this might be one of those liners that's used to actually outline. Like I know a lot of people do this where they like use one liner to outline and use another to fill it in. So I feel like this might be that, but it's really precise. One of the cleanest lines I've ever made, and you guys know I suck at liquid liner. So there's my eyes. Love this, like I really like this. So I'm going to put on lashes, nothing to see here. I'm gonna put on lashes and then we'll be back to finish up the rest of the face. So I'm an idiot because I forgot to like put on mascara on camera by the time I'd already put it on. Oh, whoops. But I'm using the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. This is, I actually like this mascara. It's like it's made with a silicone wand. I know the girls don't like silicone wands, but I love them because they help to separate lashes. And this lash is supposed to like, or this mascara is supposed to like help lift and widen the eye. So yeah, I like it. Okay guys, so the eyes are done. Kinda, I'm almost done actually. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight and then I'll finish the eye as well. These are the new Revlon SkinLight highlighters, and these literally look like liquid metal on the face. Like I've been playing with these. This is the first time I'm actually wearing it, but I've been playing with these and they look insane. I have Daybreak, Glimmer, and Twilight Gleam. There's not too much of a variant in these, to be honest. And Revlon has in the past had a problem with you know, representation. But one's like a white gold, the other one's like a more glittery gold. I don't know if you can see it. But I'm going to be using the shade Twilight Gleam, which is the more glittery like gold. And y'all are about to see why I've been like obsessing and waiting to try these out. So for blush, I'm going to be using the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blushes. They came out with a set of matte and a set of shimmer blushes. Don't do shimmer blushes. If you know me, you know I don't like those. So I'm going to be using the matte blush in the shade Bang Bang. We're going 30 Rich. And this is like a berry mauve. The texture reminds me a little bit of like the NARS blush palettes, but it's a bit more creamy or powdery, but in a good way, like easier to like work with. She's cute. I look good. All right, to finish up, I have a lot of lip products. NYX has came out with their new Shout Loud lipstick bullets. Here this is. This one is in the color Cali. It's like a terracotta nude brownish situation. Cute. There's that lipstick. I also have a lip gloss from CoverGirl. This is the Exhibitionist lip gloss. These glosses look fairly promising. This one is in the shade Unsubscribe. Wait, is that what it is? Unsubscribe. Okay, cool. And it's like a gold berry color in the tube. Can you please put up whatever? But it's like, it's fiery gold berry situation. I like this. I feel like it will pair well on top of that. And then e.l.f. has these. Apparently these came out last year. Never knew about it, but these are e.l.f.'s new lip lacquer shades. They have a shade called Mauve Glitz. Hey, you got me sold on that. And it's more like a brownish mauve. It's got a little bit of like silverish and gold reflex. And then this is the one that everyone has been obsessed over. This is in the shade Love Bite. This one is supposedly a dupe for Hot Chocolate by Fenty Beauty. And I can see it. I can see why. you can't really see these swatches, but I'm going to use the Mauve Glitz one because I feel like that one might be the most appropriate. Yeah, I like that a lot better. This definitely matches more with the look. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. And then I'm just going to top it with a little bit of the unsubscribe gloss from, yeah, right there in the middle.
Little nasty! Little nasty! Stinky little nasty beasts.
Alright, you guys, that is the completed look, and I like this a lot. Let's talk about everything. Let's break down everything while we're sitting here. CoverGirl primer. It's supposed to be pore minimizing. It looks alright. I'm wearing a hydrating foundation, so like it does a good job of like minimizing pores, you know, so I don't have any problems with this. Like I said, foundation looks very good. The foundation is very hydrated. It feels hydrated. It feels very comfortable on the face, and I like it. Maybelline fixed this shade range because this shade range is absolutely trash. But other than that, it's pretty good. The e.l.f. concealers, really good in terms of compared to the original Camo concealer. I feel like this one is definitely the better of the two. It's full coverage without feeling cakey. It wears well. It blends out well. Let's work on the shades of this now that you have a really good concealer. Let's extend those shades and work on that as well. This palette, shocking. Was not expecting to find something like this at this price. Really good. The package of it is really nice as well. Never heard of Essence before, but cute. Obviously we need a deeper palette, but I am thoroughly surprised with this because I've never found a drugstore bronzer that I liked except from L'Oreal, and that was very red, so I like this. Maybelline's brow pencils are always good. I've never had any issues with these. Like I said, I feel like these are reformulated because they are definitely richer in pigment and creamier, but like I said, Maybelline's brow products are good. This L'Oreal pencil, I'm on the fence about. Like, I feel like it's a good pencil. I feel like it's very pigmented. I like the ingenuity of the brush itself. It creates little hair strokes. So if you have someone with thinner brows, I feel like you would like this. I have bushier brows, so it's not gonna do too much for me, but you know, it's whatever. The eye primer works really well. I use like nude eyeshadow, so like I can't tell how it works with color. But in terms of like application, my eyes have not creased any. So I'm happy with that. These bad boys, get them. Get all of them. Get as many as you can. These are really good. There's such a wide array of colors with these. Like, they have neutral palettes. They have very bright pigmented variants of colors. Just get these eyeshadows. These bite-sized eyeshadows from e.l.f. are really good. This liner from Maybelline, good, but like I said, it's more of like a trace and outline liner as opposed to a fill-in liner, which I don't mind. It's a good liner. The brush is really nice. So yeah, the CoverGirl liner, really good. I know I'm probably gonna have this liner on tomorrow because it's not coming off, but it goes on very creamy, very smooth. It's a cold gel pencil, so like cold gel pencils are the best liners. Don't fight me, fight your mama. The Bambi mascara, really good, helps to widen and lift up the eyes. It separates the eyelashes really well. Like my bottom lash line looks very separated and easy to work with, so we like that. These SkinLight highlighters from Revlon, really good, really reflective, very bright. I didn't even apply that much and I feel like I got a very intense glow from it. It has a little, the consistency is more so glittery, but these look really nice. So like, I'm not mad at it. The NYX blushes, really good, very surprisingly creamy, but still has a nice powder texture that I like. So we like those. Lip products. This is really pigmented. It reminds me of like the NYX Butter Gloss lipsticks, but without being as slick, if you will. So it's very manageable. The CoverGirl lip gloss, very nice. The wand itself, I wish was made different, but I don't mind. Lip lacquer is really good. Again, this one called Love Bite is a dupe for Fenty Chocolate Brownie, Chocolate Mocha, something, whatever that one is. So if you can't get that one for whatever god awful reason, get this one, but still buy Fenty. And yeah, that's it. That is it for my drugstore review. Wow, it's been 2-3 years since I've done one of these videos, and surprisingly surprised by the drugstore yet again, because the drugstore The price is going up, so it better be good. Shit. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me a view because you are important to me. Thank you. If you've made it this far and if you still haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Be notified for the next time I upload as well. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up because like support black creators. Black History Month's over, but we still support black creators all month, all year long. So like, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead. You like this content, you watched this far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And yeah. Thanks, dolls. Thank you so much for the view. Thanks for sticking around. Oh, follow the socials. Neon Anyway, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Join the Fireflies family. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks. Weird. But yeah, watch another video. Do something else. Enjoy me. This face. Get into me. Get into me. Get into me. Editing there, you're supposed to zoom in here, so the effect. Get into me.